So it appears that Ghislaine Maxwell has been convicted of sex trafficking. She was found guilty. She did not get away with being a madam. And let's listen to it. Once they start talking, they are live. We're trying to check it out. Hear what they got to say. Verdict reached. In her trial, she was found guilty. They're saying that she was found guilty of 5 of the 6 counts. 5 of the 6 counts. Here it's saying she's facing up to 65 years in prison. Jeffrey Epstein got away with it by taking his own life. She's 60 and faces up to 65 years in prison.
Ghislaine Maxwell, the socialite and former girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein. Egged on by professional conspiracy mongers like Tucker Carlson, far-right internet stars keep claiming that the Maxwell trial isn't being covered by the media. They post these lies from the warmth of their web caves, while actual members of the media stand out in the cold to wait.
This is her. She was the madam for Jeffrey Epstein. She's found guilty.
Jake, the jury has found Ghislaine Maxwell guilty on 5 of the 6 counts that she faced, including the count of sex trafficking of a minor. Now, one of the counts that the soldier is not found guilty of, count 2, involves a woman who testified as Jane. This count 2, was enticement of an individual under the age of 17, Jane, to travel with the intent to engage in illegal sexual activity. And yet, multiple times, they requested Jane's testimony. They requested transcripts from 2 of Epstein's former pilots. So it's clear just from their own that they had been questioning this and, possibly having discussions at length about this particular count. But there you have it, Jake. Found guilty on 5.
Thank you, Sonia. Let's go back to there were 6 counts, and apparently the found guilty of 5 of them. The one that she was not found guilty of related to one having to do with Jane, and that had to do with enticing a minor to travel and transport. Maxwell and accusing Jeffrey Epstein of these heinous, horrible crimes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Whenever you have a trial, Jake, you have these narratives. Was that she was an enabler, that she was a facilitator, that Mr. Epstein was engaged in this misconduct, and that she would otherwise condition and groom and lure these women so that he could ultimately, now women, then girls, so that he could ultimately engage in misconduct that he did. And with respect to reviewing those narratives, just to be clear, to the extent that they were a couple of decades ago, meaning when this occurred, the jury had to really for people who had relevant evidence and information, and this is a case about mistaken memories.
So she was a house madam.
Predicated upon all this because you're getting money for it. Apparently, the jury rejected that resounding.